History is truly at a turning point. We do not yet know the full extent and the systemic and structural changes which will happen. However, we do know that global energy systems, food systems and supply chains will be deeply affected.
We are on a highway to climate hell with our foot still on the accelerator.
Life is tragic, and history doesn't care if we make bad decisions. There's a horse race going on between three things that can put us out of business. One of them is climate change, which is going to probably express itself soonest in food shortages and problems with food. That's the first way you'll see it. The other one, of course, is the peak oil situation, which is really the general global energy predicament. And the other one is the banking fiasco, which is actually in a position now to win the race to put us out of business.
James Howard Kunstler is an author and a social critic. He writes a popular blog whose name we can't tell you because this is a family-friendly channel.
One of the problems with having ramped up all this debt is that we now have to borrow more money to pay back the interest on the debt. The whole peak oil story is not about running out of oil. It's about the complex systems that we depend on for everyday life and what's going to happen to them. And what will happen to them is they will become unstable, they will wobble, they will reinforce each other's instabilities and weaknesses, and they will possibly collapse. There's understandably a wish to keep all of our stuff going, but the important thing to understand is we're not going to run Walt Disney World, the interstate highway system, the U.S. Army, suburbia. There's not going to be any protocol. There's not going to be any policy. We don't have the capital. We think that we're going to run all our shit on solar, wind, use French fried potato oil, dark matter, nuclear, thorium, biomass, biodiesel, and we're not going to run even a substantial fraction of our stuff on that. There's a great clamor for solutions. Give us solutions. And what I've begun to realize is that's code. Because what they're really saying is, give us a way to keep on living exactly the way we're living without changing. We're going to have to grow our food differently, closer to home, probably requiring more human attention. The world is now going to get bigger and rounder. So prepare for it. You're going to live on a more localized patch of it. So, we got to do something. We don't have time to be crybabies. We don't have time to wring our hands. We just got to put our shoulders to the wheel and get it done. Hi, folks. My name is James Howard Kunstler. I'm the author of several books about what I call the long emergency, the difficult period of history we've entered that will prompt us to make a lot of new arrangements for daily life. And no, this isn't any World Economic Forum BS about having nothing and eating bugs. The human project is going to continue with all the usual joys and sorrows, but probably at a different tempo and with a new melody. I'm on board with the outfit making this documentary about the journey we're all about to take. They're young, energetic, and talented, and they'll be living the rest of their lives in a new paradigm. They've invited me to take part in the production, and I'm glad to be here with them, and I hope you'll enjoy what we're doing.